Hey.
1 second.
Ja.
1 second.
Amerika reageert, jongens. Yay. En Chris die zegt dat ze wilde gaan slapen, maar ze wacht.
We worden gebeld.
Wat gebeurt?
Het gaat gebeuren.
We gaan over naar Amerika.
We gaan over naar Amerika.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I really apologize about the delay. I actually have a story for you. Oh my goodness.
Tell the story.
Okay, so we're in this situation now where we're doing this switch schedule.
Yeah.
So which is funny you say switch. So I stay here about 16 to 18 hours of the day, and then Alex goes back during night, and he really takes the last 8 to 10 hours for the day. So and so forth, and we do the switch back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was outside sleeping in this big you'll see on the picture on the thumbnail tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was outside sleeping in my sleeping bag. I literally just woke up a half an hour ago, and Alex was leaving. He's like, I have to head to the house. He has to shower, wash up, and do his video, get some sleep, and then he'll be back to relieve me in the morning because we have a big surprise for everyone Tuesday morning on something that we're going to show. So I said, okay, no problem. I'll see you then. And he left, and now I'm in here. Jamie's on the line watching. I'm trying to get something to eat because I just woke up. And then when you call my phone, I looked, and I'm like, oh no, Karim. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. So I'm rushing in my bag, getting out my laptop so I can get get the Skype call back up, and now I got you guys. So I'm sorry. And it's only one of us now because Alex is literally on the train home.
Oh wow.
He's on the train home. Okay.
Yeah, can you maybe put on your camera?
Oh crap, that's right. Let's see, how does this work? Oh yeah. All right.
Maybe we can get you.
Yeah.
Can we still hear you? We horen hem niet meer.
It's kind of laggy.
Oh, I see what it is. The place that I'm at, the video uses up the bandwidth.
Oh yeah.
So it's so sorry for the lag. Unless you guys want to just take a frozen picture of me, and then keep still for a second, and then I can just turn off the video and we'll just have audio.
Yeah.
Is this live?
Yeah,
you're
now
live for 130 viewers.
Oh, hey guys.
And people are really excited about it.
People are really excited about it. We had a couple of questions for you.
Okay, cool. Well, before you ask the questions, ask them if they want the video and lag, or they just don't mind hearing the audio. Because if I'm lagging and they can't get and they can't hear me, I'll turn off the video.
Well, I think the viewers are liking the live streaming video.
Okay. All right, so I'll just leave it on.
Okay, it goes well right now, so it's going pretty well. Do you want to see us? Maybe that's what fucked it up last time. That we also put our webcam on while streaming.
Oh, all right. Maybe, so yeah. Well, it's all fine now.
It's all fine now. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
for being here.
for being here in the end. Do you know? Our first question is a simple question. Do you already know if you're going to get the blue-red switch, like the Joy-Con blue-red, or the gray one?
Okay, so that's a two-part answer. All right, I'm going to get the gray switch.
Okay.
So I rather than having I may buy separate Joy-Cons later. But originally, I had no plans on getting a switch at launch. The great fans here in New York, and all over the world, actually, to be very honest with you, they all found out that I had no plans on getting a switch because it's just circumstances. I was in Jamaica at the time, so I didn't think I was going to be able to get one on launch date. I had work down there and everything, and I had to take off work, and it's a sponsor that really put me down here. So I can help CND become the first in line. So I didn't have any of that, set down and whatnot. But the fans raised $1,000 so that I can buy a switch.
Wow!
And all these accessories that's coming with it. So I'm not even on the line. That's a lot of people don't even know that I'm not on the line. I'm just helping Captain Nintendo Dude maintain the first position in line. That's it. And then when they do the launch and it's time to go in, I won't ever be going into the store. I'm literally going to be outside. He just goes into the store by himself. But the number 2 guy online, his name is Royal Lance.
Yeah.
He's the one who did the GoFundMe for me, and he was going to pick up his Switch. He's sacrificing his Switch just so that he can, yes, he's sacrificing his Switch just so he can go in and use the GoFundMe to buy me mines. And he said he'll buy his a week later.
That's really insane.
They also raise money for you, right, for your setup, because you now have a crappy laptop and shit. So how's that going?
That served me for so many years. You get a proper retirement. I'm like, if not for that laptop, I'm a sentimental guy, so I like to keep old things. Kind of reminds me of like
your headphones we saw in one of the items.
Yeah, some guy just gave me a new pair of Beats this morning.
Oh wow!
New pair of Beats, the Dr. Dre headsets and stuff like. I think Beats are by Apple now, but yeah, he gave me a new pair of headsets, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I'm actually gonna do a video where I retire when I get the new equipment. I'm gonna, respectfully retire those 2 items because those guys took me a long way. So yeah, but I definitely have some new items coming in, and it cost more than what the GoFundMe costs.
Okay.
We put the GoFundMe to $2,500.
Yeah.
But it went up to $3,311.
Jesus Christ.
So.
But the equipment came up to $3,600 after tax.
People in our chat are saying, I think I'm going to start a GoFundMe for myself also.
It depends because when you look at this GoFundMe, like I didn't start the GoFundMe. Alex was telling me, Triforce, you got to upgrade your equipment, and I told him, after this whole campaign is done and I go back to Jamaica, I'm going to continue to do videos.
Yeah.
I have a huge amount of subscribers now, going from 4,100 subscribers to 17,000 subscribers in 2 weeks.
Jesus.
So
Christ. That's growth.
Exactly.
That's heavy. But how do you guys did meet each other? Because we know that you giving the torch to C&D to be first in line for Nintendo launches. But how did you found him?
All right, so there's no such thing as coincidence, but in this one situation, this was coincidental. So there's a guy that I was talking about when they announced the Nintendo Switch originally coming out.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of messages from fans around the world. Triforce, are you going to be the first in line? Triforce, you're going to be the first in line? And I was like, nah, I retired at the Nintendo Wii U, but I left a huge hole in this tradition because it's like, okay, if I don't do this anymore, then who else is going to do it? And my friend Abdallah called me, and we were talking about it. Abdallah's another big YouTuber here in America, and I told him, I think we have to, find somebody to pass the torch to. I can't just leave it alone unless I go back being first. But with my responsibilities and the things that I'm doing, I cannot continue the tradition. I can still be a part of the community, still be involved with Nintendo and everybody, but I can't launch these flagship games. And with games like Mario Odyssey coming out and a whole bunch of other Nintendo games that's going to be coming out for the Switch, I can't do it. So I said, all right, we're gonna look for a big Nintendo fan who's just as passionate and enthusiastic as I am, and pass the torch to that person. And me and Abdallah, we said, okay, so fine, we'll do that. And Abdallah was like, I'll cover it, because he was going to cover it using his big YouTube channel that was going to give us a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
To get to pretty much prepare the next Captain Nintendo to come into the new era. A day later, Captain Nintendo dude emails me saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about going to New York at Nintendo New York 10 days before the launch, and I need some tips on how I can stand the line."
Oh wow! Whoa!
And he left his YouTube page there, so I went on his YouTube page, and I literally watched some of his videos, and I went back to his oldest videos, and I'm like, this is a young kid playing retro Nintendo games and the modern Nintendo games. Number two, he looks like Captain and the Game Master from the cartoon.
Yeah.
And his name is Captain Nintendo dude. So I'm like, wait a minute, I think I found the guy. So I said, okay, we're gonna test something out. So I said, I have a proposition for you. And I said, how would you like to be the first person in the world to get the Nintendo Switch? So he's like, no way. I'm like, yes. And he's like, how? I was like, you'd have to stand in line in New York for 30 days, like how I did with the Wii U. And if you can pass that test, you'll be the first one to get it, and you have a great chance of meeting the president of Nintendo of America, Reggie. And from there, the torch will be passed to you. So he's like, wow. He's like, but how? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm from Wisconsin. I've never been in New York before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, all this other stuff. So I said, I will mentor you. I'll stand the line with you one last time for 30 days to ensure that you become the first. And then he was like, you really would do that? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then that's how I end up. We made the preparations, came down to New York, and boom, here we are.
Okay.
Super nice.
It literally was coincidence. I was looking for someone, but I didn't look for him. He just bumped in my attempt to look for someone. We just bumped into each other.
Wow.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now, but you guys started with the vlogs, and
it blowed up.
It should be hard to stand there for 30 days, but now it's exploded, and like there's like 20, 30, 40 people I see every day in the vlogs standing there.
It's actually more. We just can't catch everyone on tape.
Yeah.
It's about 100 people we meet a day. If you're counting the regular 20 to 30 people who come just to hang out, and then the other 60 different people that pass throughout the day, coming with whole families come with their children and everything to get autographs and sign being and videos. If you count all of that, we're talking about 100 people a day passing by.
That's insane.
And who has traveled the far most to reach you guys?
A guy who just took a picture from us, London.
London.
Wow,
that's really nearby us.
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, I'm from London. And he's like, we just saw you guys, and they read us on Eurogamer.net.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, I was gonna visit America. I was like, I gotta come down to New York and come see you guys. And so he bumped in, so we took a picture with him.
Yeah,
Wow.
we were like almost a month ago. We tried reaching Captain Nintendo Dude to do this, but he didn't respond on his Twitter inbox. So I was like, okay, now maybe they're busy. Let it go. And then I saw you checking your mail, and I was like, can I maybe get a mail address somewhere? So
we searched, and we found it.
I went to your YouTube channel, saw the email address. I was like, we're trying that, and then it started to roll. So thank you for being here. We have a few more questions, I guess. We prepared something.
Yeah.
What's the most memorable moment until now waiting at the line?
The most memorable moment right now for me, honestly, in this line or any line ever?
In this line.
First this line.
The most memorable moment is the community coming together, far more than the $3,300 I was raised in GoFundMe, but Steven literally giving me the Gold Majora's Mask 3DS for Minds Dropping.
Yeah, we saw those.
That was insane.
And that's nothing. That's no flag against the gentleman who flew from Chicago to buy me one, or the other gentleman who snuck $250 something into C&D's bank account to buy me another one. It's just that's a rare item that you keep. You don't give that away. And he is like, I will appreciate it more than he does and use it. And he gave it away.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So Steven's the man.
And like guys like Gabe, he's all the way in items now. Did he really showed up there for the first time, and that you meet each other and became friends, or did you already knew each other?
No, none of these people on the line. Definitely none of the people on the line know Captain Nintendo as friends. Like they've never met before.
No.
So everyone he's meeting is all new to him for the first time. Some of the people that I meet on the line have been there before, like Ronaldo, Victor, like Nick. Those are like guys who did the Nintendo Wii U line with me. So I know some of these. But let's say if I can put in percentage, 90% of these people are all new faces. I've never seen them before.
Insane. So, what was the first Nintendo game you ever played? That's a question from you. What was the first Nintendo game you ever played?
Nintendo game I ever played? Oh man, this is... All right, Dad bought the... We got the Nintendo. We brought it to the house. The first game that I was actually playing. No, I know it was actually no. We had the family series, so we got the Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers. So it was Super Mario Brothers. But the second game I played right after that was Dragon Warrior, and it
Okay.
wasn't until I got Zelda, which was my third game, that's when I became a Zelda fan.
I see
Ah.
you always wearing the Zelda hat. Very nice.
And because of his name, of course.
Because of his name, Triforce Johnson. Yeah, but you're not also in the Guinness Book of Records for standing in line for Nintendo launch, but you're also you're owning one of the biggest esports teams in the world.
The most winning.
The most winning.
I wouldn't call it the biggest, but that implies the amount of money. Although we can't compete against these teams that have like, basketball and baseball stars on them that have money, but we have won more video game tournaments than any other esports team in the world, certified by Guinness and awarded to us by the father of esports himself, Walter Day, as the number one, the most documented winning video game team in the world. And it stands over 2,000 victories.
Okay.
Wow.
So which games do you play? Does Empire Arcadia, which is the name of the esports team, play?
Well, we play everything. We don't limit ourselves. Our esports team is actually different from the modern esports teams like Team Solo Mid or Team EG or guys like that, where they most of these teams all started out focusing on one particular game or a couple of genres. That's like one, like let's say they will use complexity. Complexity did first person shooters and RTS, which at the time was StarCraft and whatnot, or Halo or Call of Duty, and that was really their just focus. We played retro games, puzzle games, fighting games, FPS, sports. We played them all, so we don't limit ourselves. And because first of all, we all just grow up playing games because we just like it. And then whenever they have these competitions, we go out. We've been to Madden competitions, FIFA competitions, Just Dance competitions, you name it. So we don't
Just
limit
Dance, wow.
ourselves. Yeah, Just Dance. Just Dance has a world championship in actually in France.
Oh,
I have
sick.
also a really funny question from our chat here. And he is asking, if you should choose, would you like Mario in Hyrule or Link in the Mushroom Kingdom?
Link in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Link in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Link in the Mushroom Kingdom, hands down.
Very nice, nice.
And I take the Link from Zelda 2.
The Link from Zelda 2.
Yeah, because he can jump, so he can hit the blocks and get the power-ups.
Oh, wow, yeah.
The Link in Breath of the Wild can also jump, dedicated.
But he doesn't look 8-bit.
He doesn't look 8-bit.
He's gotta look 8-bit.
Let me see if we have other questions out of our chat.
We're just checking our chat for some questions from our viewers.
What is your favorite Zelda game?
This is the question asked all the time.
I know.
I do not have a favorite Zelda game. In fact, I don't have a favorite game. I'm trapped between three genres, whole genres. The Mario genre, the Tetris genre, and the Zelda genre. And depending on my mood is what I find the best at that time.
Exactly.
That genre, that game. So if I'm in the mood to just play some puzzle games and I pull out Tetris Ultimate for the Nintendo 3DS, that's my best Tetris game for the time. But then tomorrow I could be like, oh man, I want to play Mario. That's my best game right there. So it's those three genres and those three franchises. And depending on how I feel and what game I'm playing. So like when I get Breath of the Wild, it's going to be Zelda and it's going to be Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I understand. We also heard rumors about the GameCube Virtual Console. How happy would you be if Smash Melee will be in online playable?
Through the Switch.
That would, to me, that would be, I think that would hurt the Smash Brothers community more so than ever. And I'll explain to you why. Smash Brothers Melee is the most technical of the game, of the series.
Yeah.
So it's the most hardcore competitive.
Yeah.
And that will not help the community grow. It will not help the Smash series expand because of its learning curve. It's just too hard because it just focuses on the serious level of competition. Smash Brothers Wii U being ported over, much like Mario Kart Deluxe, to just be called Smash Brothers Deluxe is the best thing Nintendo can do. Nothing against Melee. I guess if they want to bring it over as a virtual console game, fine. But Nintendo really should be focusing on bringing over their latest version of Smash Brothers. It's like Street Fighter. We're up to Street Fighter 5 now. The Capcom community finally let go Street Fighter Super Turbo and Street Fighter 3. It's time for the Smash Brothers community to let go of Melee. It's over, guys. Let's kind of move on now. It's not like the game has changed dramatically. It's the same game, new characters. Yes, the engine has been changed, but we need to go to a next generation. We have to learn. We need to know when to fold and when to hold. And Melee has given us 15 to 20 years. So, well, actually, it's not 20 years, but 17 years now. It's time to fold it.
I think it's the controller that people are really loving. Not really the game, but the controller they're playing Smash with.
But that's the GameCube controller, and that's not hard to get a Bluetooth or some type of micro USB port that allows you to plug into an adapter. I'm like, that's what they did with this Wii U. Yeah. Everyone's like, where are you going to plug in the controllers? And okay, here's an adapter. Boom. All they have to do is create something where that adapter works for the Switch. That's not hard.
So I see some questions from our viewers, not a lot even. I see what makes Nintendo better than PS4 or Xbox for you?
Better is an opinion.
Yeah, for you.
Oh yes. For me, I don't. It's not like I dislike PlayStation or I just like Microsoft or I just
Neither
like
of us.
Yeah, I have those games. I have those systems. I play those games. But my preference is Nintendo. That's my preference. So if someone said, okay, Triforce, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or Switch, Deserted Island 1 year, I'm going to say the Switch. And the reason why is because the games I want to play are on Nintendo. I want to play Zelda. I want to play Mario. I want to play Tetris. The only game you'll probably find on the other two systems is Tetris. But I can't get those other games that I want to play. And that's just it. So I don't have anything against Microsoft. Like for the Xbox, I'm a Gears of War fan. That's like the modern day Contra. And you can't get that on Nintendo. So I go get an Xbox for that. And Last of Us for the PlayStation, I like that game. It kind of reminds me of like Indiana Jones, but like a 3D version of it. And in fact, it's much, in a sense, nah, it's not, because that's what Drake is, but whatever. But I like these particular games, but it's not my preferred game. I play because I'm a gamer. I play it because I like playing video games. I like different challenges, different experiences, and stuff like that. So I don't mind. But if I have to make a choice, I can't pick over Mario and Link and the rest of the Nintendo family. No, I'm going with them.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I understand. Maybe my preference is Nintendo. To some exclusive from Nintendo, just unbeatable for me by any other party.
It doesn't make the alternative like no good or like, oh, Nintendo's better than them. No, it's a preference thing. These companies, they have one job to do: make a system that make the game run. That's it.
Yeah.
This is actually irrelevant. As long as the games work on the system, that is the focus. That's it. All of this extra, oh, we have this PC processing power that can turn on your house and turn on your car. No one cares about that. Listen, we buy these things to play video games. We don't buy these things as some type of social status and standing. Like, that's just foolishness. Those are them System Wars days back in the 90s. Like, it's 2017 now, guys. Stop it.
Yeah.
Well, not you guys.
No.
Do you already think that the launch lineup for the Switch, is that fine for you? Because a lot of people are saying, why is Odyssey coming in the Christmas holiday? Because a lot of people are saying only Breath of the Wild. Well, from my opinion, the launch lineup is quite okay. What was your opinion?
So we've being an older gamer, an elder gamer coming from the early 80s, we are in an era in which today's gamers do not understand what it was to be presented with a couple of games, given the time to completely immerse themselves in the games, play it, master it, enjoy it, and then move on to the next coming game. We're in an age where it's instant gratification. A system launch, you have to have 90 games. How are you going to buy all of those? You can't get all of
Yeah.
those games. I'm glad Nintendo is spreading it out. I don't like when they, okay, because we're trying to beat the other competition, we have to do. No. You're not thinking about the gamer. Well, Nintendo does think about the gamer, but like companies that do that are not thinking about the gamers. I want to be able to play Breath of the Wild and for the next 2 to 3 months be completely lost in the game, replay over and over again, play my 1-2 switch. Then you have Bomberman. Okay, next month that comes out, you have Mario Kart, and then you have Tetris Puyo Pop. I can play that straight into the summer, and then they probably launch some new game out in the summer, and then they launch a new game out in the fall, and then Christmas time, here comes Odyssey, a big hitter. You can't put back-to-back hits out. No, what are you doing? How am I going to enjoy the first back-to-back hit? Well, the first major blockbuster hit. Back in the NES days, this is what happened. They didn't launch Super Metroid with a Link to the Past at the same time. No, are you crazy?
Yeah, well, some people are really expecting like GTA 6, 7, and 8 are coming in 1 month on the PlayStation 5 or something. It's not going to happen.
And if, well, I don't like those like the GTA series. I'm not a fan of the GTA series. But if I was, I wouldn't want GTA 4, 5, and 6 to be coming out at the same time. That's ridiculous. Like, who does that? So I'm glad Nintendo paces themselves. Please don't rush. I made a tweet last year, January of 2016. This is when they announced Breath of the Wild, and I told Nintendo, please don't drop this game in 2016. Wait until 2017. And a bunch of people said, Triforce, what are you talking about? I'm like, you guys are rushing. Like, it's like savoring wine. You want that great taste, you have to savor. You can't just be guzzling it. Like, let's relax.
And what do you think about the DLC? What's announced for Zelda?
That I don't necessarily agree with Nintendo.
Okay.
They stole their own thunder by even mentioning that. I don't know why they did it, but that, like, this is something you let everyone buy the game. Week 2, you announce that. Make everyone go, oh, DLC? And they can play it again. By letting us know that there's a DLC, there is no sense that, okay, when we beat this game, we feel accomplished because we know it's not over.
Yeah.
We were not surprised and told, oh, the adventure isn't over, DLC pack coming. It's like they did it right with Mario Kart. With Mario Kart, they just launched it, and then everyone played it like Mario Kart 8 was great and blah, blah, blah. DLC pack, link included. And then you're back at the game. But in this particular instance, I don't know who made up the idea to announce the DLC. Well, why would you do that? Like that does. I'm like, I guess, like, I don't know. That to me, that was a mistake on their part. I don't think Nintendo should have done that, but it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not too hyped about it.
They're just following the Ubisofts and the EAs that have success with it. They just follow it.
Nintendo needs to maintain its traditions and adapt some of the modern age tactics, but not all of them. It just doesn't mesh with what Nintendo is. Like, Nintendo needs to understand. Well, and they do. I don't want to tell Nintendo what they, they've been running their company for over a century and a quarter. So I can't be sitting there acting like I know what I'm talking about. But I'm basing these things off of Yamauchi. And Yamauchi ran the company the best. He didn't let anyone influence or force him to make decisions that was not in the best interest of the organization, to fit unrealistic expectations and narratives being drawn up by the industry. Yamauchi was like, hey, this is what we're doing, you should do that. And Yamauchi was like, yeah, you do that, I'm gonna go do this. Oh, you're an idiot, that's nice. So yeah, and that was it. And when Nintendo dropped the game, you just had to deal with it. And I hope this new president is gonna do the same thing. Like, now Nintendo cornered the industry. They made a real next gen system. The next gen system is so real. Sony's leak of a copy system came out, because as powerful as the PS4 is and the Xbox One is, it's the innovation of the Nintendo Switch that their systems cannot compete with. It can't compete with them. So they gotta make a brand new system. So for those who nothing wrong with those who bought the PS4, but for those who bought the PS Pro and the Xbox Scorpion, that was a waste because those guys now must change. The new versions of the PlayStation and the Xbox Ones cannot survive against the innovation of the Switch. The Switch is a real next gen. The people think
True.
next gen means another system that's just more powerful than the other. No, that's not a next gen. That's just a upgrade of last year's system. That's it. A next gen system is from the same brand, but it brings something completely different to the table. That's what next gen means. PlayStation 2, what's the difference between PlayStation 1 and 2? More power. What's the difference between the PlayStation 2
Yeah,
and
it's
3?
true. Yeah.
More power. What's the difference between the PlayStation 3 and 4? More power. So what's going to be the difference between the PlayStation 4 and 5? More power? No, that's not going to work in this day and age. People want something different.
Yeah, and it's like what I always wanted, like a AAA games experience, like in my hands.
Mhm.
But now we need maybe we need some third party support to make this a really good success. We have a question from our viewers about third party. Which third party studios and developers are you hoping to get new IPs from for the Switch?
None.
None.
I have never been a fan of the third party industry when regarding Nintendo. I say this because the third party industry, if me growing up in the industry, the third party industry is never going to help Nintendo the way it used to back in the days of Yamauchi, and it's for a good reason. Although this is kind of against Nintendo, it's because they don't want Nintendo to be a monopoly. Nintendo's first party titles can fight the entire industry by itself, as it has over the years. That's not even an opinion, it's facts. If Nintendo dares one day said, okay, between 2017 and 2018, we're going to launch every flagship mascot we have in a newer version of the game. It'll destroy the entire industry. They'll manhandle the industry. There's nothing third party and the other two first party options have that can fight Nintendo's army of their first party's IP. They'll get destroyed. That's a landslide. It's just bad. So if third party decides to say, okay, Nintendo, we're gonna help we're gonna help you by making certain exclusive games and giving you other titles that's on the other systems just as well, like just ports and whatnot. That kind of makes the industry lopsided because Nintendo has the master first party and then they're getting ports of some of the triple A third parties. So they got triple A first, triple A third. That's not fair. You'll destroy the industry. The other two cannot compete because their first parties cannot compete with Nintendo. So the third parties, what they do is they give small spurts to Nintendo so it doesn't make the industry lopsided. So when you look at Sony and you look at Microsoft, they depend heavily on the third party, heavily.
Yeah.
So the third party is playing as the middleman to keep the industry balanced. That's why the industry has been able to maintain three brands over the last 20 something years. It's literally the third party that's equalizing the industry. So
True.
with me knowing this, I know, oh, then they will never help Nintendo out to that level. And that's fine. As long as it maintains the balance of the industry, we're cool with it. But I would like them to be fair in some of the exclusive spurts that they give to Nintendo and stop giving them these little, oh, Nintendo, oh, this is the last of our crumbs. You could take that. Like, stop that. That's like so disrespectful. If not for Nintendo, you wouldn't even be in business.
So Triforce said it.
Triforce has spoken.
I got last one question for you. Could you
Sure.
say for us, hi, I'm Triforce and you're watching the Karim stream?
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Triforce, and you're watching the Kareem stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We use that
No
for our
problem, guys.
radio-ish jingles before the show starts. So thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. So thank you for having time for us, even if you're not already out there and overslept and all that stuff. Thank you very much.
I'm on lunch break right now. I'm actually about to eat my my nice little food. So right after this. So
What are you having?
Let's see, baked white fish, some vegetable fried rice, and baked chicken.
Wow. Sounds good.
That sounds nice.
If
I'm
I hear-
hungry now.
if I hear big chicken, I'm hungry instantly. Oh wow!
Oh, wow. Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Everybody is hungry here at 1 o'clock in the evening.
Well, thank you. It was an interesting discussion.
Conversation, yeah.
And I wish you and C&D very good luck in New York.
Thank you very much. I'll let him know that you guys said hi and everything. I'm
Yeah.
sorry we missed, but he had to head back home. He has to get his rest now. He got up early to do a special event in Pokemon. There's a Pokemon event today, and he was the first in line for that. So he got upstairs and he got to meet Pikachu and all of this other stuff. So
Well, we will see it, I think.
Okay.
all right.
Well, guys, cheers. Thank you for being here.
And
All right, thank you.
maybe till next time. Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.